You're stuck in traffic. Your phone's dead. No music, no podcasts, nothing. Miserable, right? Now imagine that, but for your entire life. No Netflix, no doom scrolling, no random 3 a.m. Wikipedia rabbit holes about why hot dogs come in packs of 10. Just existence. So what did ancient humans actually do when there was nothing to do? The answer is way weirder and way more human than you think. First, let's kill a myth right now. A lot of people assume prehistoric life was just wall-to-wall survival. Hunt mammoth, sleep, repeat. No time for boredom. That's wrong. Anthropologists have studied modern hunter-gatherer societies, groups whose lifestyle closely mirrors our ancestors, and here's what they found. The average adult works 3 to 5 hours a day to meet basic survival needs. That's it. The rest, free time. Ancient humans had loads of downtime, especially during harsh winters, heavy rains, or after a successful hunt. The human brain, even 50,000 years ago, was basically the same brain sitting in your skull right now. Same need for stimulation, same restlessness when there's nothing going on. Boredom isn't a modern problem, it's a human problem. So what did they do about it? The oldest entertainment technology in human history isn't the wheel, isn't fire, isn't even language in the way we use it today. It's the story. Picture a group of early humans huddled around a fire, belly full, nowhere to be. What happens? Someone starts talking, embellishing, exaggerating, turning today's hunt into an epic. We know storytelling is ancient because we can see its artifacts. Cave paintings in Lascaux, France, over 17,000 years old, aren't just random doodles. Researchers believe many of them were narrative sequences, proto-comic strips carved into stone. Someone was making content. In the Blombos Cave in South Africa, we found abstract engravings dating back 75,000 years. That's not survival behavior, that's someone killing time and being creative about it. Storytelling also served a second purpose, passing down knowledge, how to track animals, which plants will kill you, where the good water is. Boredom accidentally invented education. Here's something that'll blow your mind. The oldest known musical instrument is a flute carved from a vulture bone found in a cave in Germany dated to around 40,000 years ago. Someone sat down, looked at a bird bone and thought, I could make this sing. That's not a person worried about survival, that's a person who was bored enough to invent music. And where there's music, there's dance. We can't watch ancient people dance, obviously, but we can infer it. Rhythm instruments, body paint residue, wide-open gathering spaces at ancient sites. Dance was almost certainly how communities celebrated, bonded, and honestly just had fun. Your ancient ancestors were out there throwing raves, minus the glow sticks, probably. Here's where it gets really good. Humans have been playing games for an absurd amount of time. The royal game of a board game found in ancient Mesopotamia, dates back to 4,600 years ago, complete with rules, strategy, the thrill of beating your opponent. Ancient Sumerians were trash-talking each other over a board game before the pyramids were even finished. But even further back, archaeologists have found what appear to be gaming pieces, dice-like objects and tally marks in sites going back tens of thousands of years. The exact rules are lost to time, but the impulse is clear. Humans have always needed competition, play, and the dopamine hit of winning. Children, then and now, played constantly. Pretend games, chasing, wrestling. The mechanics of play are so deeply wired into us that even lion cubs do it. It's how young brains develop. And adults, they never really stopped. They just called it something fancier. Okay, now for the stuff that genuinely surprised me while researching this. Gossiping. Evolutionary anthropologist Robin Dunbar argues that gossip, social chatter about who's doing what with whom, actually evolved as a bonding tool. It replaced physical grooming, which is how primates bond. Humans got too numerous for everyone to groom each other, so we started talking about each other instead. Your ancient ancestors were absolutely spreading rumors. It wasn't shameful, it was social infrastructure. Getting high. Humans have been altering their consciousness for at least 10,000 years, and probably much longer. Ancient Peruvians brewed fermented beverages. Siberian shamans used psychedelic mushrooms. There's evidence of opium use in Europe going back 5,000 years. Boredom plus curiosity plus what happens if I eat this is a genuinely ancient combination. Making art for no reason. This one's my favorite. There are ancient engravings, geometric patterns, spirals that have no obvious practical purpose. They're not maps, not instructions, not religious symbols we can identify. Best guess? Someone was doodling, just making marks because it felt good, because the mind needed to make something. The urge to create without a reason is ancient. Every kid who's ever drawn on a foggy window is tapping into something 50,000 years old. Here's the point of all this, and it's actually kind of beautiful. We talk about boredom like it's a flaw, a weakness, something to be constantly medicated with content and stimulation. But ancient humans treated boredom as raw material. When there was nothing to do, they invented music, they carved, they told wild stories, they created games, they gossiped, bonded, danced, and laughed around fires. Boredom wasn't the enemy, it was the engine. Today, the second we feel bored, we pull out our phones. We never sit with the discomfort long enough to let it turn into something. Our ancestors didn't have that escape hatch, and look what they made. Every piece of art, music, literature, sport, every game you've ever played, every joke you've ever laughed at has roots in a prehistoric human sitting somewhere with nothing to do and deciding to make something instead. Next time you're bored, maybe put the phone down. See what happens.